All right, welcome to This Explainer. Look, if your organization is part of the defense supply chain, you already know that government contracts are your absolute lifeblood. So today, we're going to embark on what we like to call a compliance quest. We are diving into how you can ensure you have the exact cybersecurity required to protect sensitive data and, most importantly, actually win those contracts. But before we map out this journey together, let's just take a second to consider the real stakes here. A staggering 56% of small businesses have already suffered a cyber attack. Think about that for a second. This isn't just some hypothetical threat looming way off in the distance. No, it is an active battlefield right now, and your data is the target. Okay, let's jump right into Section 1, the CMMC Compliance Quest. Our very first trial is defining exactly what this monster is that we're trying to conquer. CMMC, or the Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification, is a totally non-negotiable framework. Basically, it verifies that defense companies have the precise security required to handle government data. And here's the bottom line. Without it, you literally cannot work with the Department of Defense. It's the ticket to the dance. Now, if you're wondering why CMMC is so incredibly strict, this is it. 98% of security breaches stem from simple human negligence or carelessness. Literally 98%. Only 2% come from other causes. So CMMC isn't just about building higher digital walls, it's really about fundamentally fixing human behavior. And to fix those behaviors, the framework uses a series of escalating rules. When you move from Level 1's basic security up to Level 3's advanced security, absolutely everything intensifies. Who accesses your data, how you respond to cyber attacks, and how rigorously you self-assess, it all demands a highly structured, tiered approach. You really have to level up your game. Moving on to Section 2, Knowledge and Resource Roadblocks. Because this framework is so dense, a simple lack of understanding can leave companies totally unprepared. But you can defeat this knowledge gap in 3 clear steps. First, you need to determine exactly which rules apply to your specific level. Next, identify your current security gaps. And critically, this is a big one, educate your staff so they actually understand the why behind the rules rather than just blindly following them. Now, we have to acknowledge a really hard truth here. Robust cybersecurity is expensive, and the burden frequently falls entirely on a single, completely overworked IT professional or maybe a tiny, exhausted team. And honestly, that leaves the whole organization incredibly vulnerable. So that naturally brings up a pretty massive concern for us. How in the world can an already strained IT department handle this huge readiness gap without completely breaking their budget or, their sanity? Well, the solution isn't necessarily going out and hiring an army of new people. It's actually about being incredibly wise with what you already have. The old way of relying on manual, repetitive tasks, that just causes severe staff burnout. Instead, the new way is to automate your existing technology. This gives you a drastic increase in efficiency and frees up your vital staff to focus on the big picture issues. It's a real game changer. All right, Section 3, Integration and Maintenance Hurdles. To prevent creating brand new vulnerabilities when you're adding these CMMC measures, you have to follow a very deliberate path. Step 1 is conducting a brutally honest assessment of your current IT environment. You have to know where you stand. Step 2 is understanding your existing system weaknesses. And only after you've done those 2 things do you reach Step 3, which is creating a strategic plan to add your new aligned security controls. But hey, the quest doesn't magically end once the integration is done. Cybersecurity threats are constantly evolving out there, which means your defenses have to adapt continuously. You really cannot just set your security protocols once, pat yourself on the back, and walk away. To actually build a culture of continuous readiness, you need to treat compliance as a living life cycle. Let's break it down. In Quarter 1, you assess your controls. In Quarter 2, you implement your solutions. In Quarter 3, you update your System Security Plan, or SSP, which is basically the document detailing exactly how you meet every single requirement. And finally, Quarter 4 is all about auditing and proving that effectiveness with your documentation. Which brings us to Section 4, winning over the executives. You can have the absolute best IT strategy in the entire world, but full support from company leadership is absolutely essential. If the executives don't see the value in cybersecurity, well, they aren't going to provide the budget. And that just cultivates a company culture where security isn't taken seriously at all. So, to win leadership over, you have to frame CMMC as a strategic business necessity, not just some annoying IT headache. You need to remind them that non-compliance means losing out on lucrative government contracts, potentially suffering totally devastating data breaches, and enduring permanent reputation damage. Hit them where it counts, the bottom line.
Finally, Section 5, Your Path to Certification.
By conquering these specific trials we've talked about, any organization can build a highly effective roadmap to success. You just have to understand the framework, inside and out. Use your existing tech wisely through automation. Plan your IT integrations carefully. Treat compliance as a continuous, ongoing life cycle. And make sure you secure that active, funded leadership support. Because ultimately, achieving this certification is an incredible opportunity to build a stronger, more resilient company that is fully prepared for tomorrow's cybersecurity challenges. It is so much bigger than just fulfilling DoD contracts, you know? It's about fundamentally making your organization bulletproof against the common threats that ruin businesses every single day.
Cyber threats are evolving rapidly. Every day they get more sophisticated. So I'll leave you with this. Is your business truly ready for tomorrow? The roadmap is clear, and the tools are sitting right in front of you. Now it's time to take that first step on your compliance quest and secure your company's future. Thanks for tuning in to this explainer.